Hey everyone, I'm Rob, aka Graculin, here with MMORPG.com, attempting to play Final Fantasy XI, which is the bane of my existence as far as Wayback Wednesdays go.
Stone, also the legend says. In ages past, a sentient
Okay, so it looks like it didn't pick the game back up. God bless it. I would highly recommend that if you ever want to stream a game that you don't try and
brought forth mighty gods.
Stream this one.
Bathed in that light, the world entered an age of bliss, until after a time, the gods fell into slumber. That world was called Vana'diel.
That world was called Vana'diel. That's not it. There we go. Alright, let's watch the beautiful introductory cutscene for Final Fantasy XI. Why I sneeze.
Vana'diel was in the midst of a great war.
Excuse me.
Faced with invasion by the Shadow Lord and his hordes of beastmen, the leaders of the enlightened peoples united their forces in desperate alliance. They were the
Haven't seen
Kingdom
this
of
game in
Sandor,
forever.
the Republic
Can
of
say that
Bastion,
there's a
the
reason for
Federation
that
of Windurst,
with confidence.
and the Grand Duchy of Juno. Together, they struggled for survival in battle after battle, as chaos engulfed the land.
I can promise you, unfortunately, that this episode's not going to be all sugar and spice and everything nice.
What's going on? What was that? What the?
Time to finish up my announcements.
Fire at will!
If anybody has questions, feel free to ask. My co-host tonight is Josh, aka Dagger.
Yep.
We'll get to talking more once the CGI stopped.
Little to know about the CGI. There's actually talk of how similar this one and the new Final Fantasy XIV Reborn trailer that's just released a couple days ago are so similar. Because the Beastmen are, invading the city of Juno. And this one, in the 14, it's not the Beastmen, but another man invading another city and destroying it. And it's going to be the ruins in that game.
How old is this CGI? Because this is not the original cinematic for the game.
I want to say it came out in 2003 or 2004, so when that CGI came out for that opening cutscene. Because I remember watching that on the PlayStation 2 version.
Aldo, listen. You've got to climb.
So yeah, it's 2004, because that's when it was released.
Okay. He's got to climb.
Sis? Can you lower yourself down? I think so.
Probably not, buddy.
I'm all
Probably not.
Aldo, just run!
Just run, Aldo. Just run.
Emmeline?
So this is the Grand Duchy of Juno they're attacking?
Yep.
Yeah, this is the only one as far as I'm aware. There's no more cutscenes like this. I mean, there's a couple different storyline scenes throughout the game, but nothing to this magnitude, I don't believe.
Yeah, I don't think there's
You got
anything to that extent.
severe echo. Now, see, I remember they talked about the Beast War 20 years before the game, but I don't, you know, it was never that in depth at the start, so, okay. I mean, like, I remember this part of the trailer kind of from the original game, but that big, in-depth thing about the brother and sister, you know, that was, I think it was a tack-on for later on. And there we had the Windurst on the left, Sandoria on the right, and I guess Bastalk in the middle. Final Fantasy XI Online with my swords. Alright guys, that was the highlight of the evening. Thanks for coming by. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. They always have that error. If you watch the whole cutscene, it just, you have to relog in, essentially. Yeah, so.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Okay, so where should we start as far as problems with this game go after that?
I think it'd be shorter to talk about what's good about the game.
Yeah, okay. So, alright, it may seem a little harsh. I'll go ahead and throw it out there. When this game first came out, absolutely loved it. Without a doubt.
Oh yeah, I mean, I love it. I still do, honestly. I played it up until, well, I played it for 10 years, going on, you know, 11 being the anniversary. But for NA, it's not yet 11 for us. But I played it up until, you know, July, until I went to visit you, and then the account got hacked.
Yeah. That's another thing. Square Enix has had some security issues. For those of you that are just now starting to trickle in and you're wondering why you're looking at a black screen, if you watch the full cutscene of the game, it crashes the client, so I'm currently relaunching. And you have to go through the whole Play Online viewer rigmarole, so it'll be a few seconds, unfortunately.
But yeah, as far as good thing goes, it's Final Fantasy XI had that one thing no other game really had for a long time, which was Notorious Monsters.
Notorious Monsters.
Yep.
Can't, while that was definitely a unique feature
It all began with a
to the game, I think it was more, you know, that really became a trend within a lot of J MMOs and K MMOs. You know, a lot of the Asian MMOs had those
its many-colored light filled
Notorious
the world
Monster
with
type
life,
deals.
and brought forth mighty gods.
Yeah, not to mention the story. The story was awesome, as the viewers pointed out. It had a really good story.
Well, that's Jen, and I think that there's other MMOs out there too that have had some epic storylines that have gone within expansions that would be on par with this. problem is they all happen at like the end game, whereas these happen as you're leveling.
That's what I liked about it. You can like progress with story as you progress with your character and develop your character right along with the story. It's always nice.
But one of the big draws for me, in addition to the Notorious Monsters, is the fact that you could have one character, and with that one character, you could play just about, you know, any job you wanted to. So you didn't have to have alts other than, you know, wanting to have bank alts. And if you go up here to status, you see I'm currently at 59 Ninja, 29 Warrior. Love the sub job thing. The only other real game I can think of like that at the moment would be DDO, but that's more because you're multi-classing, not because you have a sub job.
Yeah, I like it because it's, you know, traditional to the Final Fantasies. You know, the old ones, you had your characters and they could switch between what you want them to play as. So it's a little traditional. I like that personally. I like having one character who can do everything if I want to play, instead of having to make, like you said, tons of ults. And
yeah, the volume's loud to me too. I gotta get to the mixer here. And
you can change the volume within the game, actually.
can you without crashing it?
Yeah, you should be able to. If you back down and go to the menu.
Yeah.
I think you have to go to config. I think it's effects or it's under miscellaneous. It's one of the two. Or gameplay.
What's that?
It's under gameplay. It's been a long time.
There we go. How's that? Alright, welcome to the stream, everyone. I'll go ahead and say it right now. If you haven't tried this game yet and you want to get into a Final Fantasy, I would wait until October, November time frame with the relaunch of Final Fantasy 14.
Yes, agreed.
So I'll just lay that on the table. Or I would wait until Final Fantasy XI's next expansion drops, and that should be next year. So if you want to get into 11, you might want to wait to there. You'll see an influx of new players. Right now, you know, the player base for this game is probably at a lower point in their cycle because of just they are getting ready to release a series of paid content updates. They're kind of like little mini expansions. So that might bump the subscribers.
Yeah, for 11, they're keeping up with it and patching and whatnot. They're doing a good job with that, but I think it's kind of a final little push they're doing. And I predict within a couple of years they're going to stop it, honestly. It's just that little push for that extra money before they switch over to everything to 14 and focus on that. And the rest of their other Final Fantasy projects.
And I mean, as abysmal as Final Fantasy 14 was at launch, I'll give them credit that they've stuck with it. They didn't just let it die.
Yeah. When I got 14 when it first came out, and from going 11, playing, you know, what was it, about 8 years at the time, from 11 switching to 14, because it's been 2 years already. It was a total flop in my opinion. I mean, just it was horrid. Everything about the game was just disgusting in my opinion, and it was broken on every single level. So yeah, I'm glad going back actually a few months ago and starting playing 14 again, you know, get ready for this 2.0 coming up. They have done a lot of improvement, and a lot of the servers are much better, and they plan on getting even better with this 2.0 coming out. So I'm very glad that they kept with it and didn't let it flop, because my hopes and dreams as an 11 player are riding on 14.
Alright, we just hopped the ship to Nashmau. Cost 100 gil. Bloody thieves. While I agree that at the moment 11 is the money maker, it's not a cash cow anymore for them, and they really have to. As beautiful as this game was 11 years ago, and one of the things about Final Fantasy that makes it stand out is the art. It also happens to be their Achilles heel, and the fact that they do have to address, in my opinion, the graphics in this game. Wow, 9 minutes we're going to have to sit here and wait for the boat.
Wow, ouch.
Lovely boat. So I'll tell you, while we're sitting here waiting for the boat, I'm going to pull up a little something to show you guys, and while I'm doing that, there's going to be a commercial real quick. So hold on 1 second. Alrighty. Give it a second for everybody to come back out of the commercial so they don't miss anything. And everybody's back. Let's go ahead and take a look at MMORPG.com, and we have a little trailer here. Take a look at the upcoming expansion for Final Fantasy XI, The Seekers of Anduin.
We could discuss that and what they show.
A world blessed by the goddess Daltana. It is here that brave souls meet and part, each encounter weaving another thread into a tapestry of grand adventure. And now, a remote land lush with treasure, terror and triumph tempts all to its primeval shores. What do you seek in Adelaide?
Apparently it doesn't want to play nicely. Anyways, they released this at thanks. Now it's coming back. The 5th expansion pack. They should put an exclamation point after that. Okay, just to touch upon one issue, because I don't know if I can't see chat yet. I don't know if anybody brought this up, but the game is still playable on the PS2, and I've been informed that part of the reason that they don't always get to upgrade everything as well as they could is because it still has to be playable on the PS2. So, yeah. Just,
yeah, I don't know anything about that, so.
How much longer, kitty lady? 5 minutes. 5 minutes to wait for the boat. So my concern with that trailer is it looked like just old zones rehashed. I mean, you saw Kazam in there. You saw the city of Whitegate, which is what we're just leaving, in there. You know, what's the desert zone in the early 20s
Dunes.
where you go, yeah, Valcom Dunes. I mean, so there's 3 well-known regions that look, you know, exactly like that are already in the game. So, but we did get to see a flying shark in the concept art next to a chocobo. I don't know, what do you think? Worth it? Worth the uproar for the Vanadil Fest in Japan?
Keeps him occupied, I guess, and entertained. I'm personally not going to get it, sadly. Since this hacking of my account, I'm done with 11. I would have been like to try the new jobs. Didn't mention the jobs, but they have new ones in there. It seems like with every expansion, they release jobs that I just find they could have done better ones. Like Puppet Master, I wasn't really happy with, or Scholar, but every time I eat my own words because the jobs are fantastic and amazing. They're fun to play. So with these new jobs, I wanted the chance to actually try them and, you know, eat my words again.
So was it going to be a Geomaster? Would have been one of them.
And yeah, and Fencer. I think was the other one. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
So.
Like I said, they could have picked better jobs from, you know, other games, but hey, give it you. Whatever they release.
Exactly. So.
Yep.
Alright, well, love waiting for the boat. I haven't actually played Final Fantasy XI in a while. I'm not going to sit here and be a poser and pretend I play this game all the time, because I don't. Very much enjoyed it when it first came out. It was the second MMO that I really got into. The first one being Dark Age of Camelot. And then I got into Final Fantasy XI, obviously for totally different spectrums of the MMO space. You know, one's obviously a very RVR PvP-centric game. This is obviously a very PvE-centric game, even though, what is it, Behest? They did put Behest in at a certain point, which does allow for the opportunity, player versus player combat, which, God, when you got as many jobs as they have here,
yeah,
they have a really PvE-heavy. How you balance those is got to be something easy. Oh, Jen, you're back just in time for us to get on a boat in 2 more minutes. You missed us play the trailer for the Final Fantasy XI update, or the 5th expansion, the Seekers of Adawan. Kind of like Padawan, but without a P. You know, I used to love waiting for boats with a group. Waiting for boats by yourself isn't really so hot.
See, I hated it because I would wait, I would go do something real quick, come back, and turn out I just missed the boat, or watch the cutscene for the boat leaving, and I'm like, oh great, I'm not on it. Now I gotta wait another 15 minutes. So I always hated that. I always preferred going the alternate routes with mages and stuff.
There are airships in this game. You just don't, you know, you get to fly on them, you don't fly them. And to be honest with you, this boat I'm taking, I only hope that it's taking me to where I need to go.
Where are you trying to go? Yeah.
To Juneau.
Oh, to Juneau? Well, if you want to go Juneau, you can turn around. I can kind of navigate you there.
Well, you know what? It's a little late for that. We're going where this boat goes. We've waited this long. We're seeing where this ship takes us.
It's a nice scenic route, I guess. So.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
You can always use your, you know, infamous 2-hour and suicide your way home.
Oh, that is right.
Yep. And there's actually, yeah, on the airship thing, there's actually a mission where you fight on an airship and you jump between airships for fight Omega and Ultima.
What?
Yep. And Chains of Promethea. The end of that series. That used to be like one of the hardest things you could do, and now it's like soloable.
Yeah, all at level 99.
Yeah.
Yeah. When people had to quit fighting notorious monsters because the fight was taking like 10 hours and people were passing out in their chairs, that is an epic fight. Kinda.
That's why I like Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it's a little tongue-in-cheek there. Just making it long to be long doesn't make it epic.
Right.
Make it intense the entire time where it's balanced well, that could make it epic, especially if it was that long.
That's the thing with this game. Everything was like a double-edged sword. Like, it was awesome at the same time. It was hurtful because you had the notorious monsters and the hyper notorious monsters, but you have to wait weeks just to see one if you're lucky.
Yeah.
And you gotta claim it too on top of that, and then defeat it without dying. So yeah, it had its ups and downs for every aspect.
I remember the first time I killed Spiny Spiffy by
Oh my
myself,
god, yeah.
and got myself that little cape. I felt
Yeah.
like king of the world.
He was actually my first notorious monster too, and he killed me at level 9 as a red mage. And I went back at 14 and soloed him, and I thought that was the greatest thing.
He might be the only notorious monster I've ever killed.
I've done just about every single one probably in that game.
I was just kidding, kind of, maybe.
I don't know.
I got his cape, whatever his cape was. I actually killed that guy a lot of times. I think he was only like an 8 or 12-hour spawn timer.
Yeah,
he popped quite a bit. I think you might have even been able to force him. You know, just run around killing those caterpillars. Grown men running through the woods killing caterpillars, only in Final Fantasy XI.
Don't forget the bunnies. Murdering bunnies and cute crabs.
Bunnies, yeah. Oh man, that's like all you did was kill crabs for a while and quiff them.
Yeah.
No group finder in this game. Have fun doing C. Looking for people your level.
Yeah, see all type of job you want.
Yep.
Yeah,
many days doing this. See all. 1,732 people found in all known areas. That's not too terrible.
They finally added kind of like a group search function, finally, but no one really uses it at all.
They did add a group search function. I've been corrected. Oh my god, how long does this boat stay here? I mean, you get to undock?
I think it's 4 minutes. Yeah. You know, the stragglers.
Yeah, that is true.
This ghost town.
Yeah. Yeah, because, you know, nobody's comes here anymore.
So the question is, where's the new hotspot going to be with this new expansion?
Guess as good as mine, friend.
Yeah.
I don't know. Change map. You like the bazaar in this game? Yeah, it's pretty fun. I'll tell you what I didn't like was the bazaar in Final Fantasy XIV. I don't know what that idea was. Those old market ward area things. That was a crazy idea that blew up in their face horrifically. Let's not put a market. Let's have an entirely player-driven economy.
I honestly think they tried hard. They're trying really hard to make 14 different from 11, and they just didn't want to use some aspects of the game, which were perfect. They should have used, and they didn't. And yeah, like you said, it blew up.
I think they were just trying really hard to make 14 different from everything, not just 11. I mean, I think they were just trying to make it stand out from the crowd.
Yeah,
and I don't want to bash them for everything, because I know they get a lot of flack over the guild leave system. I, personally, liked the guild leave system in its basic premise. I liked the fact that you went to the quest giver, they gave you these cards, kind of cool. They were cool, they had that nice art, it was very stylistic, it helped establish an identity for the game and the way the quest system was done, but then they limited it to 8 a day. And said, oh, you can only get this much experience because we don't want the power levels to grind these out. Why would you, you know, it's like, why would you limit to me? It's just, you're making me want to get away from this MMO. Like, get up, you're telling me, stop playing my game after a certain period of time. Now, while I think it's imperative that developers do show some level of responsibility as far as reminding players, I guess, that you know, sitting in the same spot for 48 hours is bad for your health, especially if you don't drink and you fall over and die, like those people in that have
China,
the latest
China or something.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to nationalize them, but as the latest kid did in one of the internet cafes playing Diablo. But at the same time,
incident.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that they're like alcohol or tobacco makers and have to pay to have advertising campaigns that say, hey, this is why being sedentary, it's in the same place for 3 days straight is bad for your health.
Actually, that's what I do like about 14.11 as well. They have that at the opening. When you first log in, it makes you accept that thing saying, yeah, I understand, I should go outside and play with my family and friends, blah, 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 blah. So get a life.
Man, this boat is like killing me. Maybe because I'm the only one on it. And it's just so obvious that it's like, yeah. And I'm afraid to like go out there and ask the lady of the pier, be like, when's it leave? Because she's gonna be like, right now. And I'm like, oh shit.
I think you could talk to her from there.
And we'll depart in less than 2 minutes.
Great.
Good, hooray. Okay, so hopefully we get lucky and our boat comes under attack. Because that would be phenomenal.
Hopefully you can handle it.
Yeah, my tanking ninja. I might.
Do you have tools for your spells?
Yeah, I should. Oh, maybe not. A return ring. Look at this. Could have warped to an outpost.
Yeah.
Oh, I got instant warp. Got a warp there.
Where's your home point at? Is it Whitegate still?
I don't know. I don't know. Hey, this is a...
Try going to your status. It should tell you at the top. Profile.
Home point, Upper Juno.
There you go. You can just
Worst case scenario, we'll suicide and go to Upper Juno. But let's see where this boat goes.
Yeah.
And while we're waiting for the last 30 seconds for the boat to take off, I'm on a boat. I just want to keep singing it. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. There used to be people on the boat all the time.
So what server are you on?
It starts with an A.
Through today with seasonal temperatures, we should reach our normal high below 82 degrees. We're gonna get to cheese.
Can't remember what server start with A. Wow.
It's like a char or something like that. I used to be on pandemonium, but it's been condensed down to Asura.
Yeah. That's what happened actually multiple times. They actually have a little chart online somewhere that says the original server is condensed to this servers, and they did it multiple times, and I think I've jumped 4 or 5 servers because of that.
Yeah.
And yo, I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. Everybody look at me 'cause I'm sailing on a boat. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat.
Too much.
Take a good hard look at the mother boat. I'm on a boat, mother. Take a look at me.
Alright, sorry. I just thought it was appropriate, especially since you mentioned like 07. I think that song came out then. Did you guys hear The Lonely Island?
Yeah.
Alright. Keep that on. It's actually a violation for me to do so. Just go to YouTube, do Autoboat. You'll get it.
Yeah.
But without oh, got some big claw action going on here. And App Kalu. Let's see, check. Seems like a decent challenge. That means I'm dead.
I don't know, I think back in the day Easy Prey was incredibly tough for once you're past level 15. I think nowadays you can solo very tough.
I think he's gonna die. I think he's gonna kill me.
Go to your abilities. You
Yeah, I
actually
need
have
to
new
do
abilities.
Hojo.
as Ninja.
Oh, I don't have any.
They added new ninja abilities to where you can make you more tanky or more DPS type.
Oh, I didn't get my Utsusumi Icky off. That's not good. There we go. Man, 2 shadows are gone already. I'm only hitting it for 27 points.
Do you have knee?
Yes, I do.
Big buyer.
And then I don't have.
Go to your abilities tab real quick. Pop on your defender and your, I think it's Yonin. Gives you more evasion.
Oh, that almost evened the score, and he puts me to sleep. Not good.
Uh-oh. Better use your shadows.
Yeah, I know.
Be embarrassing dying on your first fight.
I have no doubt that I'm going to. I didn't think I wasn't not going to when I first attacked him.
I never tried for all those things. Like the Tonberries, they build up hatred and they can use an ability that just like one-shots you. But I'm sure you haven't killed that many of them yet.
Tonberries, not really. Man, where are all my tools?
Suicide.
Oh, I put him to sleep again.
Guess it's that time.
Did I get him? He did die! Son of a...
sucks. 4 damage. I always thought that was like one of the most useless 2 hours.
He got me. If I'd have had tools, I think I'd have been okay. Okay, so now we're back in Juneau, which is currently back to being the hub of all the action in Final Fantasy XI, where it was Whitegate up into, I guess, the last year or two.
Yep. It's mostly in Port Juneau, but I'm sure you'll find people left and right up there too.
We got some Moogles. We got some Moogles moving around here.
I think it's there's an event going on right now.
There is an event going on right now. They're selling stuff. They're like, "What's up? Want to buy some custom gear?"
Oh wow.
No, I don't want to buy any custom gear. Oh, Dagger's like, "Oh wow. I thought I was done playing this game, but I think I'm gonna start.
Yeah,
I think I might come back and play it after all." Hey Zaplin, welcome. Exactly. Get a warp. Arcane V, Port Juneau to purge a Beast King. Keys ready. Tell White Mage, damage dealer, tank. Well, I could go tank. I got my ninjutsu tools. So, is anybody in the chat room actually an active player of Final Fantasy XI? You So why don't you tell us about your recent experiences with the game?
It was actually... I enjoyed it for the most part with the new Abyssia package that they had. There's 3 versions that increase level cap to 99. It was really fun. It takes the whole playing 2 months to get to level 65, 75 experience out, and it takes 1 day to get to max level. And I honestly like that. And at the same time, like anything else in Final Fantasy XI, I hated it because now everyone can be anything and be bad at it. The game used to require skill, and now it's like, hey, here's a free level 99, essentially. But at the same time, it's a time saver, so take the good with the bad.
I think my biggest beef with this game is the account setup as far as purchasing active content IDs and whatnot.
Yeah, it's Square Enix always, I don't know what they're thinking, but everything they do with the play online setup, this whole new Square Enix ID thing set up, is just horrible and bad. They always trying to add new cute little things to be different, and it's not working. Like their whole Krista system failed miserably, and in order to set a payment, you had to go through 2 third-party websites and blah blah blah, and it's a headache. And I'm sure you know just as well as I do the pain involved with all that.
Alright, well we've made it down to Port Juno, Daggert. Where's the what would you say would be a good thing for someone around this level to be doing at this point in time?
Honestly, the only couple things you can do are
Books?
the field manuals, yeah, the books, and what is it called? Campaigns, what it was called. Not many people really do campaign anymore, mostly books.
Alright.
It'd be kind of hard to get into the Bissia parts, and since you don't have them, you can't actually go in them.
Yeah, the Christia stuff was all about providing a secondary account payment method without having to provide your credit card to SE.
Right. And they also wanted, I think they wanted to take out like the third-party, RMTs, real money traders. They wanted to kind of eliminate that and cut that out so they could, you know, make the buck. And yeah, it just didn't really happen. But if you're gonna do books and pages, I'd highly suggest going to let's see, you're level 59, you said?
Yep.
Probably go to Altepa Desert. But you're gonna need a teleport for that,
yeah,
probably.
I don't feel like dealing with that. We'll do low level ones here.
Yeah, that should work there too.
The point of this is to not really have it be challenging so much to just show what people are currently doing in game.
Right.
And Iberiku, as an active player in this being painful, I apologize. This is more so for people that haven't played in a long time, just come back and reminisce, not for active players to come in.
Yeah, we had a nice account to show off, but something happened to it.
Yeah, so more to the point of account security, I did have access to an account that had 99s of like every job to just display some of the different abilities that the classes had at in-game, and yeah, it got hacked.
Yep, and a couple relics as well, so...
Yeah,
yay.
so... yay the security issue that they've been having, which is on the splash screen when you log in. It even mentions that they've had an increase. So this is one of the field manuals. This is not new. I know they've had this in for the last at least 3 years, maybe 4 even. A field manual has been placed here by the Adventurers Mutual Aid Network, AMAN. Useful information pertaining to various topics of the field operations fills pages. Ooh, should I read about elite training? I have 612 tabs.
Yeah?
Elite training intro. Undertake this training regime. Bring it on.
It's cool you can change those tabs in for buffs like re-raise and protect and shell.
Oh, can you?
Yep.
Let's see. Item. Oh, it's a key item, so it's going to be in. It's not going to be in here.
You gotta go over one and it should say key item.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool they finally organized all the key items where you know they're all categorized.
Introduction. What's the name of this? Yes. Transcript for pages 1 to 10 of the elite training. Okay.
Talk to the book again real quick. I think you grab something else, because there's 2 different things you can do.
There's individual training, elite training, and field support. Let's go to field
Try
support.
individual training is what you want to do for pages.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the elite thing's like, I think you have to spawn like a monster and kill it.
Ooh, you hear that? Individual training, page 1.
You're probably like on the last page, because you're so high level. Maybe.
4 hill lizards, 3 diving beetles. 25 to 28, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
No wait. Page 5. 5 tabor beaks, 3 members of the evil weapon family. 36 to 38. Bring it on.
Yeah.
I'm a bully.
Reminds me of the levy system from
Yeah,
14.
as far as someone asked if I personally had a chocobo, no, I do not.
I honestly never did that either. I never bothered doing the whole racing. They added racing to the game, and this whole little Pokemon thing where you can battle monsters you capture on discs. And
Yeah.
I'd never bothered getting into that. I watched a friend do it for a couple hours, and I was like, okay, this is dumb. They try. They add these little cutesy things left and right to keep more content, people busy, and rather have that time spent,
Oh,
doing
it's
something big.
I hit spacebar thinking I was going to jump there for a second. Alright. You kind of like the Pokemon stuff?
We'll see each his
Yeah,
own.
wasn't that collecting the glass and it was a way to fight notorious monsters from the past that you may not have been able to do?
The way I think it was, you like took pictures, if I recall correctly. Oh man, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, WoW straight up has Pokemon. They call it, beast battles.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You would get a soul trapper and you would trap souls, and it would be a monster and it has abilities, and you can.
Apparently, I made friends.
I always use the soul captures to you can turn the pictures in to make monsters with them, and use those points to get items that spawn other monsters. And Final Fantasy XI actually has this cool system where it's like a little chain. You start off the bottom, you kill this monster, he'll drop a key item. You take that key item, get another item, and you go up from there, and you eventually get to the top, and it's one big H&M. You kill him, you get the nice drops. That's a system I always loved. It felt very rewarding.
Alrighty. Do you know where these tile books are, or where the weapons?
The weapons,
are
I think, are southeast of you, where you're at.
South of me. Sweet. Alright.
Yeah.
There's a skink. Yeah, it's only fun until you realize you have to kill the same low-tier mobs about 1 billion times. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So Baraku, did I say that right? I hope I kind of got it kind of right. You're an active Final Fantasy XI player. What continues to draw you to the game? There's a Tabar Beak. That's what I needed to kill, right? 5 Tabar Beaks and... Yeah.
Yeah, the Tabar Beaks are going to be northeast, and then all the weapons are going to be south of you. I have no idea. He doesn't know why he still plays this game. It's... I don't know, it's addicting. It depends on the type of game you like.
I remember,
like the challenge.
you know, first playing this game and just going out and killing onion-headed monsters right outside of Windurst, I thought was like the coolest thing. And I finally made it a little bit north of that first place, and I know Can't think of the zone off the top of my head. And then there was giraffes, man. And you had to kill giraffes that beat you with their head on long necks.
Think of the Tarongi Canyon.
Yep, Tarongi Canyon. And then it was, what were the caverns that were in there?
They had, oh man.
Exactly.
I forgot what it was. I remember there's a King Argus spawned in there, and people would camp him forever just to get the peacock amulet.
Well, they're in those mines. You could also get some race armor in there.
Yeah, the quest to go in there and find the chest and get the pattern.
Get the key, get the chest,
That was always fun.
Now, should that Tabar Beak have updated a counter? For some reason I thought it used to.
It should. It should say like 1 out of whatever you need.
That's what I thought.
Did you accept it?
I did accept it. Because it told me if I changed my class I'd lose it. Maybe because it's too low a level it's not going to give me credit. And I don't really...
You might have to be easy prey, I think, to get credit for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You have to get experience from it.
Alrighty. Let's meander back to... Yeah.
You can go to Garlich Citadel. I'm pretty sure there's pages down there, which is the zone south of you.
Yeah, but will the Citadel have pages that are high enough?
Oh yeah, I think you level at lower 50s there. I think I'm remember real quick. Actually, I don't even know if there's books there.
Wait, what's that?
I don't think there's actually books there.
Why are you telling me to go
about
there?
it. Because I thought there was. It's been a long time. It's been like 2 months.
Alright, the EP in my ear is just way lost. I play with the keyboard. But now with the mouse, you can just take your mouse and fucking throw it away because you don't need it in this game. I mean, I guess you kind of could use it, but... Oh, hey, Mr. Gobby, give me one of your bags. Go on, give it back. Give me a bag, hotshot.
Can't really think of any places you can go at that level of 59. I think like the only couple places were the desert and Zarkabarg for pages.
Oh yeah. So basically, I need to go back to Port Juno and sit there and spam and try and find a teleport. Because I do have Western Altepa as one of my crystals I've unlocked. I do remember that. Okay.
Yeah, you could always chocobo it out to the other place.
Yeah. So for those of you that are still active Final Fantasy XI players, do you have interest in staying with 11, or do you plan on going to 14 when it relaunches? Yeah, I'm famous on the internet. I'll give them money, man. Because you know what? It's not like I'm going to be using it anytime soon. Man, I don't have a lot of it, that's for sure. I only got 58,000. I thought I had more than that. As you can see, I'm not in a link show anymore. I logged in to find that my link show had broken. That link show does not exist anymore. Link Pearl. Broken. No. I threw it away. No, I've not been drawn back into the glory that is this game.
So what's keeping you away?
Huh?
What's keeping you away?
Well, the fact that the successor is on the table and they're actively trying to work on it. I will probably... Well, I shouldn't say probably. I will definitely play Final Fantasy XIV when it relaunches. So let's see here. Unfortunately, I was one of those stupid mooks that they managed to sell that to.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah. So you're the other one.
Yep.
So me and Josh were the two idiots that bought the collector's edition for 14. So once it does get relaunched to 2.0, I'll give it a shot.
It's kind of cool what they're doing for us, at least.
What are they doing for us?
With the launch of this game, it's considered like a whole new game, essentially. So people who bought it from the get-go get it for free. And those who started when it first came out in the first couple months paid, they get it for free. And they're considered legacy accounts. If you log into your 14 now, I'm actually looking at mine. It says Final Fantasy 14 Legacy with this cool little symbol. And you get additional items in the game and your cool little chocobo and whatnot.
You get a chocobo? Cool.
Yeah.
This guy, but I have to log in now and pay for some money before the game.
No. If you already did, like when it first flopped and you played then you're set. It should automatically update.
This guy
it knows.
Is a mentor.
It's just a status nowadays. You can make yourself a mentor actually.
Really?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna make myself a mentor. How do I do that?
I think it's under oh man, where's it at? I think it's like under search maybe.
Craft skill.
Yeah, mentor never really did me anything. People don't even know what it means. It's just a cool little icon.
I'm a novice bone crafter. Look at that. Bring it on. Nililu eats sponge broop for dinner. Yum yum. Okay.
Yeah, you can always try the command that he just said.
Nah. No such luck. Backstab. Oh! Let's go see how my plants are doing in my mog house that I haven't been in a year.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Ooh, A alta. 1 dark, 1 0 1 nin, 0 1 black. Hand paper tell. What? Authority. Sharabha. A altep. 1 dark, 0 1 nin, 0 1 black mage, 0 1 pup. Which is pup master.
So they're talking about the papers. That's a new thing where they have notorious monsters you can spawn and you kill them and they drop papers and you turn these papers into a Moogle up in the gardens, the very top of Juno. And you get this, it's like artifact gear. I think it's, what do they call it? Artifact 2? I think it's what it is. Yeah, it's called Artifact 2. And you buy the basic pieces. They're just called Artifact or Empyrean, or yeah. You buy the basic pieces. You go farm the papers. You turn it in. You get the armor +1. And then if you want to upgrade it again, you do another trial. And that trial requires certain items which drop from even stronger monsters, which usually require groups. Once you collect those pieces, which are a little bit more difficult to obtain, you get +2 version when you turn it in. So that's what that all is. Those numbers like 0, 1 means we don't have a Dark Knight to claim it, so we need a Dark Knight. You know, if he wants it, you can claim it. That's all that means. It's actually cool. The gear looks awesome. If you run around town, I'm guaranteed you're gonna see people. It looks more job-oriented, like the original Final Fantasies. Like the White Mage had that kind of droopy,
cool
robe look.
Yeah, I've got some. I have a couple artifact pieces for my Dragoon. Or did.
Maybe you stored them.
That's what I'm looking. Or maybe I didn't. Or maybe they're in my inventory. Or maybe they're not.
This is one of my favorite things to do. I would spend hours in Juno just looking at gear and people and their stuff.
Okay, so apparently I bought something that has a timer on it. Yeah, stored with an NPC. Or I got them in my storage locker. There we go. I thought I had the helmet. I guess I didn't. Apparently I just have the pole arm. Anything in the delivery box? Ooh, getting rich off the AH and Juno.
Whoa. How long's that been in there?
A while.
Too bad it doesn't have interest.
Yeah. I came up to this guy and he asked me for something. He's like, pay me. He's like, no, really, you owe me money. And he told me I could pay him in white. Look, watch, see if he does it again. The lease on your Mog locker has expired, Kupo. Please trade an Imperial bronze piece to me or to Fubrun in Ott Oregon Whitegate. So, my Mog locker.
Yeah, they due to the game growing and more gear obviously being accumulated and not being able to store everything in the NPCs like your artifact armor and certain sets of armor, they had to find some way to give you more space, so they created that Mog satchel and that Mog locker.
Yep.
The Mog satchel you actually have to buy with an expansion or a little add-on, but it was worth it if you were a diehard fan, and I did have it.
Yeah. So I had diehard fan. I had it.
You had it. I'm done now. But you would just go through that space like it was nothing. Once you get so many jobs up there, because not only did you have jobs with gear sets, or a gear set, you had multiple gear sets for that specific job. Like a white mage would have a healing set, it would have an enfeebling set. Some greedy little white mages would have a melee set. So that's just one job, and obviously there's what 22 jobs now, if I remember. I honestly don't recall how many. I know it's over 20, or it is 20, but it adds up.
Alright, let's see what this guy's got. He's got some pretty cool looking armor on. Why are you locked onto that person? Thank you.
Try tabbing.
I can't. I'm trying to tab. I'm trying to...
It's the star key.
Mm-hmm.
That locks and unlocks, and then you can just...
Yep. It's not locked, but it won't tab off of her.
You have your mouse right now set to where you're changing your angle of your camera, so you might have to click on your mouse real quick.
There we go. Thank you. It's pissing me off. This guy looks kind of cool, so I just wanted to check him out.
I think it's a Dark Knight. Or a Beastmaster. Yeah, it's a Dark Knight.
Abyss Versionet.
Yeah, level
75 dark.
Yeah, on top of that, all the artifact armor can go up to +1 and +2, and then artifact 2 armor from Dynamis goes up to +2, I think.
Yeah.
And then they got the new relic armor, or Empyrean armor, some people call it. Yeah, that goes up to +2. So I mean, they kept it. So when you're 99, you have gear that's level 99 instead of using that level 75 gear still.
All right, I want to kind of shift gears real quick for a second, because one of the things we said we'd talk about a little bit here was some of the changes coming with the 14.
Okay.
I was wondering what that ping was. Somebody sent me a Facebook message like, what the heck is going on? Alright. That's 11. Here we go. Alright, everybody, welcome back from that small commercial break.
Peggy 12.
Peggy 12.
The Galileans came from the north, and in their fury called down unimaginable destruction from the skies. In mere moments, countless lives were lost. Yet the bravest among us was spared, sent beyond the reach of time, where we remained until now. A new age is upon us, and we fight to make it ours.
What is with these buffering like 2/3 of the way through the video? And these are off of Square Enix's page, so...
Is it host off Square Enix or is it host on YouTube though?
They host on YouTube.
Oh.
Alright, let's back this up here again. So it's a little... Oh, what did you do? Why did you rebuffer that, YouTube? Alright, it doesn't need to be on 1080. It's on 7... We're only going on 720, so I'll put it down to 720.
Just give them the link, tell them where to go.
Yet the bravest.
Alright, I tried.
Was spared.
Alright, I tried.
Sent beyond the reach of time.
Here, we're looking at small
where we
view. No, we're not. I'm done with that. I paused that. I had that whole thing waiting. It shouldn't have buffered. I apologize. This is the episode from hell. Just
Everything's going wrong.
out there. If anything could possibly go wrong, this episode has. This episode had been delayed 3 times, by the way, because of technical difficulties.
Yep.
We were just going regardless. Hello, Miss Kitty. Welcome to the stream. No, you can't Alt-Tab in Final Fantasy XI. I'm playing it in a Windower, which is an add-on. If you don't use Windower, you can't Alt-Tab. If you Alt-Tab, you crash.
I think they finally added it a while ago. It's where you can do windowed mode, but you have to configure it within the Final Fantasy config, which most people don't even know about, sadly.
No, I've had it through the config. I don't think you can. But there is... it's in here somewhere.
I think you can play in a window mode or full screen window mode.
Okay, so anyways, let's talk about that trailer we just tried to watch. There is an official window mode, etc. now? Okay. Couple things. One, I don't know if you know this or not, that video has only had 50,000 views so far. And it's been out over a week now. Almost a week.
Something like that.
And it's on Square Enix's official Final Fantasy XIV channel.
The Galileans came from
I'm concerned because
and in their fury
it
called
just
down
kind
unimaginable.
of shows the lack of interest in the game currently. Because most big-time cinematics like that come out, and you know they'll get hundreds of thousands of views. Second is the voice acting in it was terrible, just absolutely crap. Other than that, the visuals were very nice. At the
Yeah,
go ahead.
You could tell from the very first trailer, when you first see Final Fantasy 14, you see the trailer, and then you go see this new one. The cinematics look much different. The characters actually look different. The humans look a little bit more mature and human, and they have stubble and everything. Just look very defined. And you look at the first one, it's not so much of that. So it's interesting because they're talking about adding this new graphic.
They have a new graphics engine for the game.
Yeah, and I wonder if that's shown in that trailer.
I can show off some screenshots of the new.
They got a couple of screenshots. I was looking at those, and I was, I'm scourging the whole internet looking for some gameplay of 2.0, and there's no videos out yet. But right now at Gamescom, I think somewhere in the EU, right now currently for the next few days, they're showcasing 2.0 to a crowd, and it's playable.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's PS3 or computer, but I'm waiting for that to come out.
It's gonna be the computer. You can look here and you can see what the completely new interface looks like as well. It's one of the things that they've redone. I'm curious what this is down in the lower right-hand corner. There's a series of red and green dots. Looks like a little grid.
I have no idea
sure what's up with that. This is an example of a mod that we should all be familiar with, a coral, or however the hell you say those things.
Yeah.
Those little cats we saw in Final Fantasy 11, back in Final Fantasy 14. This is a Dragoon type character. I didn't think Dragoons were in. I thought they had a halberd, or they had a polearm class, but I didn't think it was a Dragoon.
What 14 was interesting. They did the whole old tactics kind of thing. You had to get a job to a certain level, which let you unlock quests to unlock the other jobs. They added Paladin, Dragoon.
Then they added it since I've played.
Yeah, it's fairly, I won't say new, but I mean it's newer compared to when you played.
And you can see these graphics. It's definitely upgraded over the current engine.
If you have the Dragon one, you should show them that. That one is phenomenal.
I don't think so. That's one of the older ones. They clearly admitted their mistakes, and they've essentially tried to make World of Warcraft / Final Fantasy a game together, no matter whatever they say. And I very rarely ever hear me call a game a WoW clone. And I'm not saying that one is, but they took a lot of ideas and said, well, this works, so let's do it. And it looks great. I mean, the graphics in the new one, in the current engine look very good, and the next engine that they're using look phenomenal. So glad that I'm going to get a month free.
Just to try it out. And
yeah.
Quit after that.
Just to make sure that I'm not getting hosed.
Again.
Not really a lot of people in chat offering teleports. I guess I'll see if I can try and... I don't think it's ever going to be free to play, just due to the fact that it probably doesn't. There are certain points where games can be free to play and can't. This game would have to be completely redesigned in certain ways in order to make it free to play, because you'd have to find things that you can charge for, and you have to create that if it's not already in the game. And I can't think of anything that's in the game at the moment that could be standalone content without them taking a couple months in development to say, well, we're going to make like this. You know, you can't say, oh, you can't fight that notorious monster unless you pay for it.
They can, kind of ashamed to say this, but I played RuneScape when I was younger. They can go the RuneScape route and make it, you can only go certain zones if you paid.
Yes.
But, yeah.
This game is still going.
Yes, it is.
But probably not for much longer. I think that we got to talk about a couple of the things that we wanted to. You know, the big points, the game is still going after. It's 11 years strong in Japan. It's over 10 years old here in the States. It's got a full-fledged expansion coming out next year. It's going to have 2 different classes added to it. It's going to have the Lancer and it's going to have the Geomancer. It's going to have a new zone, which looks to appear, or not a new zone, but like a little small subcontinent, which is going to be How matter, Josh?
Just gonna be another place you can explore,
No,
kind
the
of.
name. The Seekers of Adowin.
Adowin is the name of it, yeah.
Adowin.
Yep.
Oh, and we talked about. Dude, that guy's got like a full-fledged Moogle suit.
I think that's probably for the event. I had honestly never seen that, so that has to be someone recently new. That's probably for the event, though. It's one thing I always liked about it. People could, from the event, you would get items that would, like give you costumes, or you can actually get clothing to put on your head, like a little hat to make you look like a Mandragora.
Mask. I actually had an egg, which you put in the throw weapon slot, and it was rare. It added +1 to like all your stats.
Yeah,
and I accidentally threw it one day. And guess what happens when you throw it?
It doesn't come back.
You don't ever get it back. And
Nope.
I threw it like 3 years after I got it.
I think I took a year break one time because I threw my Tsar egg. It used to be one of the rarest things you can get, and it costs millions of gold, or gil, sorry. And I threw it on accident, just a mistake. I always had the issue with my ranger, so I quit, came back. They finally, I think they added the lock feature to where you can not
This Taru's
throw
levitating.
things. I don't know what that is. That must be a costume, an item. What's his weapon? It might be his weapon.
Sorry, I had to sneeze. Arc Scythe, level 1. A costume.
Yeah, that's what it is. The costume. That's cool. That's an archangel you would fight. Or, yeah.
For old time's sakes, let's run over to Quiffum.
Fun.
I know, it's a great time.
Does anyone got any questions about the game? What's
Yeah.
new?
So while I'm still a Final Fantasy 11, I used to not be a noob, but I'm a noob at this point. Again, I've become a noob. Josh, the guy in my ear, is not. And if you got any questions, I'm more than happy to answer. I do encourage you all, though, to be careful, and if you don't already have an authenticator, to get one for your account. They should provide one that's software. Unfortunately, they don't. They only have a hardware one, and Josh recently had his account hacked, which is why he's not on the stream and game with me.
Yep. Can't show you all the sexy content.
Yes. But if he ever gets the account covered, we will in fact do it again.
For sure. I'll show you what a $1,000 account will get you.
$1,000 account?
Yep. That's what it's worth.
Yeah. Is it true that Abyssia ruined the game? I quit before it came out and the new level caps started to roll out.
It's like any MMO, like in WoW. Always people complain that Burning Crusades ruined the game, or Wrath of the Lich King ruined the game, or Cataclysm. It's personal preference.
Lich King.
Lich King ruined it. I agree, but it's personal preference. Abyssia. When I first started doing it, it was interesting because it led to new content, new notorious monsters, new zones, re-exploring old zones in different time, and lets you level up faster. So, to some extent, in my opinion, it ruined the game because anyone could get to a high level really fast. And it was very annoying because you worked countless days, hours, months, whatever, to get your job to that level. And now anyone can do it in a matter of a day, a single day. You can get to max level. At the same time, if you were a veteran player and you had other jobs you want to level to, you just didn't have the time to get to it, the new expansion helped you to where you could get them maxed out really fast and not have to worry about it. So,
did it eliminate the needs for the limit breaks, or did you have to go and still do like at 50 and 55, 60, 65, 75?
You only had to do it once for your per character. You didn't have to do it for every single job.
But you did have to do it at 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75.
Yeah, just the one time for the one character, not for every job though.
Yeah.
However, it did lead to a lot of people skipping their artifact armor, rushing straight to 90 and then 95 and 99, and then from there just farming the level 99 gear. So you can kind of tell. What's that?
I was talking to somebody in the channel.
Yeah, so it just led to a lot of people skipping. You could tell who's, you know, didn't actually have the character level 99 before the expansion. So honestly, in my opinion, it didn't ruin the game. It just made it easier, like easy mode, like really easy mode. Pretty much the life of a Final Fantasy character from level 1 to 99 is from 1 to, I'd say, 10 you do your basic soloing. From there you do pages up until 30, and you do a little party up until probably 40 or 50, which only takes a few hours. And then from 40 to 50 onwards, all the way to 99, you can go to Abyssia and get that in a single party. So that's the life of a Final Fantasy character, essentially.
You can go from 1 to 99 in a day now.
Yes, I did it on 3 jobs. So.
Wow.
Yep. I mean, it saves time for everyone's grown up. It's been 10 years. People are getting jobs now, getting lives and families and whatnot. So, it just depends on how you look at it. You know, everyone, like every game, people like, oh, I wish I had a server just dedicated to, you know, vanilla Final Fantasy or vanilla WoW. It's just all personal.
A job in this game is a class. Hold on 1 second. After the break, I will show you some of the different jobs. Oh, there is Garuda. Man, you couldn't walk out of here. Good lord, the beasts own Quiffum. Alright, so an example of the basic jobs. Now some of these jobs I did unlock. But not all of them. So, the warrior, the white mage, red mage, samurai, dragoon, monk, black mage, thief, ninja. There's the pirate, corsair, which is the corsair, right? Or is there a pirate and corsair?
There's the corsairs.
Corsairs, puppet masters, blue mage, there's a flippin' ton of them. Dancer.
Scholar.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
For now.
Summoner. I don't have summoner.
Summoner's no one, yeah.
Samurai. I think I had samurai on there. I wasn't sure. Oh, here's a book here. Quiffum.
Yeah, the way it works is everyone starts off with the same, was it 6? Or, yeah, 6. Warrior, monk, white mage, black mage, red mage, and thief. You start off with those, level 1. You can pick one, get to 30, unlock your sub-job, which lets you have another job that's half your main job's level. And then, also at 30, you can unlock the other jobs out there. With the expansions, they added them. And those, you know, like he just listed off, were the specialty ones like Paladin and Samurai and Ninja and blah 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 blah.
And when this game first released in the United States, it released with the first expansion, which added the 3 classes: the Ninja, the Samurai, and the Dragoon, which were expansion classes and weren't part of the original one. But Deadly Swords, I know there's a number of us here that plan on going back and playing Final Fantasy XIV, at least when it gets originally re-released, which is kind of a contradiction, originally re-released. But anyways, you get where we're going there.
So what was your favorite job when you were playing?
My favorite job when I was playing this is Dragoon.
Good one. That's actually what inspired me to get high level and like switch right away to Summoner.
The only reason I started playing a Ninja is because I like to tank.
Yeah.
But I definitely preferred the Dragoon. I really wish there would have been a little bit more. He didn't give any. Would have been a little bit more customization to the Wyverns. But
yeah, they finally they sort of addressed that just recently actually. They were very lacking for the most part throughout the whole game, the whole history of the game. It would just sit there and be cute until you did something. So I always like the jumping action. That's the only jumping you can do in this game.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Baby monitor?
Yeah.
Alright.
So, anyways, for those of you that this is the first time you stopped by and done this, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Every Wednesday we play an older game. Usually I play it with the developers. This one has been just plagued with technical difficulties and just different things happening in the run-up to doing the show. Co-hosts forgetting that their parents had birthdays on the day the show was supposed to happen. Accounts not being able to be logged into. Accounts getting hacked. Not being able to get a windower to work, so you couldn't get it to stream. Just all kinds of things. So finally I just said to hell with it. We're going to do it tonight. Come heck or high water, even though we couldn't get on the other account. We will do this again. It will have a little bit more action. The two of us will... I think we should probably get some level 1s and put it out there ahead of time and get some other level 1s and see how much we can level base job within a couple hours.
Yeah, and if I do manage to get my pristine account back, I'll show you guys some level 99 content and some high-level in-game stuff.
There we go. So, appreciate everybody coming and hanging out. If you don't already, make sure you follow the stream. It's free. You'll get an email alert whenever we're going live. Next week, it's Dark Age of Camelot. So if you're a Dark Age of Camelot fan, which I don't understand why you wouldn't be, make sure you come and hang out. And it looks like we're going to have Guild Wars later on this month as well. So yeah, look forward to seeing you guys again. Saw a lot of new faces. Thanks for coming and hanging out. And if you want to follow us on the Twitter, I'm at Graculin. He's at Daggart, D-A-G-G-A-R-T-X. And you can find us on Facebook with those names too.
Alright, thanks for having me.
Alright, Josh, thanks for hanging out. Thanks everybody, and we'll see you later.